Hello. Hello. Good morning. Can you hear me? Yeah? Nice. Do you have a foam roller? Yeah? Get that one. I think you're the only one today. Foam roller and ball. And Grace is behind here. So
Only me.
only you. So we're going to do a bit of spine stuff. Unless there's something you need to specifically worrying you. Hannah, is there something worrying you?
I always like to
You got the ball. Okay, cool. Nice. Thanks. Grace is here. Oh, you froze. What's happening? Hello. Full screen. And you just frozen there. I don't know if we need to reboot or what. I'm assuming it's just your image. So actually, maybe I can text you on this thing. Chat. There's two images. Come on, chat. There we go. Oh, there we go. Screen got frozen for a sec. I can't hear you now. Maybe I've muted you. Let me have. Oh, she's gonna log off and come on. Try again. All right, that's better. I can hear. Nice.
There we go.
That's all right. Is there anything bothering you in particular? Because I can change the program if there's something.
I mean, there's always things that like your hips always,
Okay.
or like my shoulders. I always really enjoy the ones when we do where you have to like put your hand and you have to like rotate around.
Yeah,
Those ones are good too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, let's start with the cars first anyway, and then I'll add some hips. I was gonna do some spine stuff, so we'll go from there. Okay, so we're gonna stand up for this one. We're just going to do let's cut up this bench back a bit. Good. All right. So our neck cars first. So stand up, find a little bit of tension in the rest of the body. Chin comes down to chest. Rotate, tilt, and come around. And Grace, if you can try to sit down, please. Stools there. And around. Good. Nice. All right. Let's do our spine. So cross hands across the shoulders, keep it nice and tight, and do the same kind of sequence as the neck, around. So center. It hurts when you rotate, right? It hurts when you rotate. It's, you can feel it down your leg. Nice. Good shot that. Sleep. Grace is hurt her pop, so that.
Oh no.
And it's all right. We'll get it. Yeah. It's okay. Take a couple weeks. All right. So across the body and in the shoulder, come up to the top. And then back in. And you can do this every day. Kind of like shoulder is kind of a spot. These cars, like they're not really demanding of systems. So it's not like you do a whole bunch, you're gonna feel fatigue like if you weight. So it's a nice intense pose. It's kind of relaxing. And it keeps the range of the shoulders good. Make sure you get that full capacity. Good. All right. Let's do the other side. Cross.
I'm always amazed that like sometimes one like very small change in the movement can like make such a huge difference. Like with the neck thing, when you tell us to like close your hand, I was like, oh my God, that is like such a big difference. And it's really not like that different of a movement, you know, like, oh my God, I was like, what?
Yeah, and it's the same thing with like recovery. I don't know, like just adding that one glass of water that every day, to make it 2 small glasses of water instead of 1 when you wake up. Over time, the accumulation of any kind of habit change, whether it be small, even if it's small, I should say, it's changes things rapidly.
Yeah.
The same thing, like people who want to lose weight, like yeah, you can do these magically splurge diets. Yeah, you're gonna lose weight, but your body's not gonna be happy and it's gonna get it back on again. Whereas if you just kind of add more protein first,
Yeah,
add a bit more calories, it's just your body will acclimatize and then you need less calories but protein. All right, let's do our elbows too. So facing out like this, and then come up, and then rotate. This again is really simple, but shut one more. Then we go on to our wrists. Wrists. So you're gonna grab the forearm near the watch or the brace or whatever it usually is. Hands nice and flat. Rotate to your midline. Come down and around and up. So again, simple. If your forearms are really tight, you probably feel it in your forearms. As you try and get that range in your wrists. to the other side.
Yeah, it is kind of strange how I feel like lots of gyms like don't necessarily focus on this part of it.
No, well, to be fair, it takes time. As far as I guess fitting it into the schedule of the gym.
Yeah.
And we used to have one in class, like after classes, we used to have 2 fixers, but it would be hard for people to commit to doing a class and then doing fixer afterwards as far as time for their work or whatever.
Yeah.
So we put it online when the COVID hit, and then we kind of kept it online.
I kind of really love this.
Do it in class, we can add some more kind of stuff in there. But it's just finding out what suits for people, right, with their schedules.
Yeah.
Right, let's do our hip. Let's come down. Let's do it to the side. I think that's always the easy one. Not the easier one, but the one that's easy to do online. So we're just going to lay down, and you can get a phone roll for your head if you want. So I like that. And then we're just going to drive that knee up. Do that fire hydrant, keeping everything connected down here. Push it back. And come to the center. And then go back the other way. Yeah, I mean, this kind of work needs to be added into the schedule because whether you're just doing your fitness or you're an elite athlete, it's all part of the process, right?
Yeah, totally. And I kind of, to be honest, I really like that it's at home because it feels very like restorative, you know? And I'm like, that's what I want my home to feel like.
Yeah. Try and get that range really big, meaning really drive that knee up to the chest as far as you can. Really open up that fire hydrant as far as you can. And then turn that foot around, pushing back as far as you can, reaching out of the socket, and then coming back down. Finish off this last one, and then we'll change sides. Good. All right, switching around. Yeah, so this whole system, the cars one, the other one's different, but that's not we do that stretching. It's called functional range conditioning, and it was created by this Canadian guy. He's a chiropractic osteopath type guy, and he just found that athletes' injuries were often because the bottom base of the body, which is the bone skeletal system, wasn't moving to its full capacity. So the muscles were kind of not moving the way they should. So repetitive movements would cause injury. So it kind of starts from the bones out, even the nervous system. So, you know, those tails rails that we do where we kind of press really hard for 10 seconds. And then that is a system for the nervous system. So once you hit the nervous system and the bone system, skeletal system, then the muscles will move the way they should or accept the pressure that you put them under. So like your 1 rep max squat your hips. If they are loaded neurologically quickly than them accept the load, physiologically.
That is fascinating.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it? It's quite complex. It just all makes sense.
Yeah, but it's like, unless you're doing it from the right place, or you're like actually paying attention to like where it's coming from, like of course it wouldn't work though.
Yeah.
You know, or like it would cause like injury or some sort of like suffering, right? Like in all things in life, intention matters.
And also, you know, pain patterns that people have from chronic injury sometimes get placed in the system permanently because the body just can't get out of that pain cycle. So the injury is not there anymore, but the pain pattern is still there. So you've got to kind of jig the nervous system to kind of accept that this is no longer a reason to initiate pain. So yeah, it's pretty cool stuff. Okay.
What?
Yeah, it's crazy. So when you see a physio and they're like, your pain cycle is it's not in your head, but it's not reality. Then you're like, what? Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna do some cat cows. Actually, no, we're gonna stand up and we do. Oh no, you're good. We're gonna do some Jefferson curls. So let's stand up and then curl down. This is probably gonna be a little. So your Jefferson curl. Basically, we're just standing up nice and tall, and then you're thinking of each vertebrae, like the cat cow that we do on all fours, but you're gonna roll the spine, one vertebrae at a time, and then we're going to try and come down to the ground, so you feel the lengthening of your hamstrings. And tucking that cover under, come right down, take a deep breath there at the bottom of it. And then slowly back up. Think of each vertebrae trying to move it one at a time. Like the slinky toys. It's like that. The last thing that you want to do is the neck. And that's okay. That was all right. We're gonna do two more like that. So we're gonna take our time here. Really think of cracking that chin in. And then pulling around. Shoulders around. Keep my children tucked under as long as I can. And each vertebrae. Keep that soft knee. Legs don't have to be super straight here. Just take my time. And go over to the side. And then push through the feet. And then smooth the feet. And think of getting that spine tucking under. Feel that, and then this is where you start to feel where in the spine it's tightest. And then if you're gonna feel it in the lower back, upper spine, kind of starts to explain a little bit as it's like it's tight. As it's starting from that spine, there's muscles around it that are pulling, making it really tight. So these are actually one guy, American National Gymnastics coach or something. And he was saying that the Jefferson curl we're doing now, it's probably the thing that you get every human to do every day. Recommend. Because it just keeps that spine moving, slinky, not stiff, not moving. Okay. Okay. When you go down, you feel good? All right.
Yeah.
We're gonna get the foam roller. So that's something you can do every day as well. Now, none of these I would do like 2 minutes after I wake up. Kind of want, because the spine gets a little bit compressed when you sleep, like it's stacked a little bit. So we need to let it move a little bit and then you can start. So here we're gonna go around the bra strap. Okay. And then you're gonna have your feet planted and you have your hands crossed. You want to just lean back and feel the spine. You can bring your hand to the floor, like so. And then we're gonna come up. We're just gonna take it nice and easy. So this is for your thoracic spine. But sometimes when we have shoulders, like shoulders that aren't really hot, it's because this thoracic spine is stuck. And it just kind of pulls on that whole shoulder blade area. So it doesn't allow you to open that position to the front rack position that easily.
That's me.
You can feel it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's just, this is a good one too. Like, I would do this one after heavy lifts overhead. Or just any time, squatting even like that, full pressure in that area. Having to have your hands on the barbell on either side. You build your back on your neck. So you have tight traps too. This will help keep it up. And then you can get a little bit more active. Like the body might go on a leg brace, but you can just kind of roll up and down the spine a bit. Might get a few little cracks there. Yeah, you can have both legs down if you want. Straight. So I can quickly feel that top part is stiff. And then we can go, we'll go a little further down this next one. Just do a few more rolls here. I mean, this is I love this. Like there's one point they're like, nah, it does nothing at all. But I think it just helps because you have this kind of network around your muscles. It's like a spider web. And I think that this stuff, when you foam roll, this helps smash it up a little bit. Like,
Yeah.
let's open up and let's get a little bit less dry. So then we're going to go further down. And this one, I kind of have find that point that feels good. You're just going to extend your legs. It's kind of going to be like a back bend, but not super aggressive, obviously. But you may feel you got to find that spot. Because some people find their lower back will hurt in a certain position. So for me, I have it like on the bony part of my pelvis area. And you just kind of sit there, elongated legs, and this stretches out those hip flexors, so the front of the body, and kind of gets that spine and the back bend without. And obviously, you can do those yoga poses, you know, the bridges, where you go into this bridge. I find those terribly hard now in itself, and I've kind of stopped doing them, but can do a little bit of complication of those. That's good. So this is the first level one, that back bend position. Here, this is a good one to do at night time as well, especially if you're doing a lot of running training. It just kind of opens up this system. Again, you can sit there up to 5 minutes. There you go. Just let it go in 5 minutes. Sit there. We'll just stay another minute, and then we'll go into some rolling a bit differently. What did we do on? Oh yeah, so like those exercises we did on Friday with the band onto the plates.
Yeah.
But that was targeting this area here that we're kind of letting go in the hip flexors.
trying to get those engaged and really powerful lifting of the leg or the knee. So that mimics the running. So this is why this is as well. All these good things. All right. So then we're just gonna come out a little bit carefully. That feels a little bit funky sometimes. And then I want to target the muscle here.
Okay.
And so with this one, do you have that ball?
Yep.
Well, let's do the foam roller first. Foam roller, but basically you're going to tilt onto one side. To a bit, yeah. And then you kind of put a little bit of weight on the arm and roll on that area there.
Ooh.
This gets super tight too, especially with deadlifting. Pretty much all movements. But that gets bunged up, that can cause havoc on the hips as well. So we just kind of roll along there. You can also come up a little bit and just go side to side, which I find a little bit painful, but you find where it is. So some people it might be a little bit facing up this way. Some people you need to rotate to the side a little bit more. But you're going to get near your ribs. Just you can move up a little bit at the bottom of that rib cage. And then we'll change sides. We go to the other one.
Wow, that feels. I'm like, I don't know if I've ever rolled that part of my body before.
Nice.
Hello, this is a new part of your body you need to pay attention to.
Yeah, for sure. I know. If you ever go to those, some guys Chinese therapists to massage it. It's kind of the one where they try to rock the lower back like that.
Yeah, I was telling Bernie because she was asking me about like because I started with like the 2-month program thing, and I was like, I just have really loved like finding so much more space inside of my body.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like strange to think about, but I was like, I feel like there's just so much more inside.
Yeah, good. What is it? Is it like
like I don't know, I guess it's like now that I know, I had told her like in the beginning, I was like, I think that I don't, kind of like what we were talking about earlier with the guy. I was like, I don't think that I like pay enough attention to like where the movements are coming from, or like I don't engage my core when like that should be the first thing for like everything that you do, you know? And I was like, so this time around, I've tried to be really like conscious of that.
Yeah.
And like starting with that in my routine of like starting to be fit again. And it's been really fun actually.
Good. Yeah. It just shows that the human body is, I've always said this, is made to move. So what we do with work and stuff is we're really torturing ourselves like that. But that's the reality, you gotta make money, right? But you've got to find that balance of being able to work and keep your body moving the way it's meant. So
Yeah.
just lay down on our back, and then here, just gonna do those rotations. So I'm gonna show you this. Rotations in to the hips. So you're gonna keep one hip down, and the other one's going to come up a little bit as you rotate that hip side. These are kind of easy going as well. We should feel a little bit better after see that. You will. We just do like 10 or 20 of these. Nice and slow. That's just the first level one. And then we'll go
go to another one. So that's about 10. Next one, you have both feet coming with you. As you go from one side, breathing in, breathe out, next side. And then the hip can come up a little bit here. How does that feel?
Ugh.
Yeah.
I just honestly can't even begin to explain to you how much I enjoy these classes on a Sunday in my house. Like, just, I really love them. Every time I tell people about the gym, I'm like, that's one of the parts I tell them about. I'm like, yeah, but like, you know what else they do? I was like, they do this mobility class on Sunday, and it's so nice because you're just like at home, you're chilling, like,
Yeah.
but you're still being like active and like doing something good for your body.
I would say, wow, maybe big statement. I would say your weight training and conditioning and stuff is equal to your recovery stuff.
Yeah.
Most people it's 80, 90, 10. And as you get older, it becomes even more important. Unfortunately, that's just a reality. But yeah, a big statement. But all right, now we're going to come up into our 90-90. This is always a good one. I'd like to lean back. Okay, this is a little bit easier. And then here, we're just going to lift up, out into this position. And then you bring the knee, trail, the leg that's trailing in. And then close. So leaning back, just let your spine be in a position that makes this movement a little bit easier. So then bring that down, keep this other one out as long as you can. Show you this way. And then I bring it down. And then I'll leave you with this one. Open up as much as you can. And then let the other fall in. And when I and now I think another one recovery one is sleep. There's just some more studies are coming out saying longevity of life is related to the quality of deep sleep you have. Which we never kind of like before. I think in the old days they're like, I only need 3-4 hours of sleep and I can function optimally. It's like I find now that's not so much the case. Yes, and everyone's sleep needs are different. Some people will need less sleep than others, but yeah, most of the general problem.
Yeah. I learned that one. Like, I've always been pretty sleepy as a person, but like when I started teaching, I had to be like very mindful of how much rest that I got, because like I can't show up every day in the same way that if I'm not rested. Like, if I'm rested, I'm there every day and I'm in it and I'm like excited to be there, and like I have more patience. And when I'm not rested, I get annoyed more easily. I'm just like less excited to be there. And I was like, nah, this is not for me. Like, sleep is
the teachers at giving profession. You're always giving yourself.
yes.
Kind of like that deep sleep where the brain's hoping to recover. Otherwise, you're not going to be a good teacher. I think. Yeah. So important.
Yeah.
So we're in this 1990. We're going to make it a little bit harder in that we're not going to lean back, but we're going to rotate our torso around. We're going to come forward. And then we're going to come up. Yeah. And then the same pattern. So open up that hip. Stay up high as long as you can. Go down. And then I'm going to bring this knee down. That slides straight. And I push around that spine. And then come. And then I push through my bottom leg that's on the ground. Come up. Yeah. And then I rotate open. So yeah, your REM sleep is like your brain processing, and the deep sleep is like the whole nervous system, whole muscular system, rejuvenating. And then the light sleep is just part of the sleep process cycle. I mean, they're getting more and more information about this.
I feel like the difference in my sides is like it's like a billboard sign for this movement. It's like you can tell one side is different from the other.
So what side is it tighter for you?
My right side.
Okay, so let's get the mobility ball, and we're gonna smash up. We'll get the ball over here.
I have a tennis ball.
I guess. So I've just got this double black one, but you're gonna use. So I want you to go on your tight hip, and we're going to sit in this section here on the side. So you're gonna find a spot real quick. Sorry, I'm black, but maybe up a little bit higher. Yeah. Yes. Around in there somewhere.
Oh, okay. I think I found it. That was. Ooh.
Yeah. So here, then we're just going to. So the clock's going to ticking here. We might get cut off, but you can sit on it. Find the spot. Sit on it. We can hold it for 8 seconds. And try and relax. I know that's not easy.
Yeah.
I know. So then you try to breathe in through it. And let go.
Oh.
It's a good weight.
Literally a lesson in letting go.
Seriously. It's holding, keep holding. And 20 seconds here. And then we'll start to move a little bit. So we'll roll around the spot on it. All right, so then you can come up a little bit or just stay and then put a little bit of weight. Just smash around. So I'm kind of rocking my body right to left on that spot. Yeah, you're okay?
I'm just thinking about breathing and being relaxed. I'm like, let go, let go.
For 20 seconds. And then switch to the other side. I know it's one side is tighter. Let's look at the other side. I'll probably get cut off. So you do the same thing. You'll hold the ball on that one side, other side, 40 seconds, and then try and move around. Good. All right, let's flip around. Spot.